Hey guys, Brad and Cynthia Linder with the Get You in Shape program, and we do a bunch of success stories. We have a lot of success stories, but today's is about my wife Cynthia.
Yay!
So we always talk about where people started with before starting their journey. So take us back to where you were at prior to starting.
Well, back in the day, I, just like most people, gained a lot of weight in college, so I was never a thin person. I has even been described as a big girl. So weight loss and exercising has always been dabbling in the background. So where I was before I met Brad was just kind of a runner, not really big on nutrition, didn't really know what to do to eat balanced. I was just probably like most people, just kind of guessing of how to stay healthy.
Yeah, so most people look at you and they think that you've been skinny all your life. So you said you're kind of big. What does that mean? What?
For me, I was almost wearing a 14 at one point, and that was before kids. I was like in my mid-20s. I had nothing going on except me and the drive-through. And I enjoyed eating that, and so I had to make steps to get myself out of that, but I was doing it alone. I was getting up early, doing Tai Bo back in the day, packing my lunch when I commuted to school and back. So I kind of knew what to do, and I did have some success doing that, but I knew I could do more, especially as I got older. So when I met Brad in 2004, he kind of really showed me how to exercise. I had just been running and doing Tai Bo. I used to not want to lay down on the floor to do anything. I didn't want to do any sit-ups or anything like that. So I knew it was necessary to make the changes that I wanted to make. So having a partner to show me what to do and also introduce me to how to eat right, what Advocare products to take, I really transformed from kind of that college body that I was carrying for so long to really fit, healthy, a size 2'4". It was really awesome because I always thought I was a big girl, and it was hard to believe I was picking smalls off the rack because I was a big girl. So that's kind of how my beginning transformation was, and since then I've had to make many transformations since having 5 kids.
Yeah, so your initial, when I met you 2004, you had been at heaviest as a size 14, and then you went after, it was about, 6-8 months, you went to that 2'4"?
Oh, yeah, after I met you, yes,
10.
Yes.
Okay, so 2004, now we're going to fast forward to 2017. This is our picture right before Cynthia had our 5th child. In 2017, so a little over a year ago, but so explain what that journey is after having 5 kids. Again, people look at you now and think that the whole process has been easy. You've always been healthy.
It just falls off.
So we like to just understand that it's never easy for anyone. Everyone thinks guys easy, especially girls, and people that maybe see Cynthia think that because she's a trainer and thinks she works for Cynthia, get you in shape, and she's always been skinny. So this video is really mainly to just say here's her journey as well, because she was almost a 14 and went to a 2'4", and then now has had 5 kids. And now let's plan your journey. What number one, let's just kind of, where were you at 2 months after your 5th baby? How'd you feel? What maybe your size, or how much, where were you at just mentally?
Mentally, I knew I wanted to get rid of all the clothes that were in my closet. I had, the last 2 kids were 13 months apart, back-to-back C-sections, and I knew I had a long way to go, and I knew that anything that was going to come off already came off in the past 2 months. You think after you have a baby, okay, the baby comes out. Well, out of the 50 pounds you gain, the baby's only 8 pounds. And then you're like, okay, maybe stuff will fall off. And it doesn't. I mean, I was stuck. I had to lose 40 pounds to get back to clothes I wanted to wear. Even before I had my first kid, I knew I could do that. So I was a little bit discouraged because I knew it was going to take a lot of work, a lot of decisions, a lot of getting up early, a lot of eating differently than everybody else was eating. But I wanted it badly enough that I was like, I'm going to do it. And my mantra was just 3 months at a time, just 2 pounds at a time. And I think that having those realistic goals, but not having to look so far ahead of never eating anything fun anymore, I just focused on 3 months, really helped me chip away slowly to get to where I am today. But it definitely didn't fall off on it by itself. I didn't bounce back. I worked very hard to get to where I am consistently. I didn't work for 2 months and then go on a vacation and throw it all away. I worked for month after month after month, and the journey doesn't end. It's not like I lost 40 pounds, so it's a free-for-all. It certainly is not. Now I have to stay healthy. Now I have to stay energetic. Now I have to keep the weight off. And that doesn't mean I can't have fun stuff now. It just means I don't have to be as strict. But it definitely takes work and it takes commitment.
So, you described where you were at. So we always talk when we go over our clients. Why did you want to lose your 40 pounds, or why did you want to, just some of the things that drove you to say, I worked really hard, I did this X, Y, and Z. So what were some of the things that helped you along the way? So mentally, knowing that the 2 pounds you mentioned, that was a big, but like, what was your reason? We always say, so that. Share kind of for you, what helped you make choices that were hard along the way?
This doesn't work for everybody, but the number on the scale, that was something I would envision. I would envision what the number would be for the next 2 pounds less than I was weighing in. The biggest of that was clothing. I'm not very stylish, but I do have some jeans, and I wanted to be able to put them on. And so those midway points of trying on a pair, not even getting them over my hips, it was motivating it so that I can fit in these jeans. I'm going to keep exercising so that I can fit in these jeans. I'm going to stick to my supplement routine and my eating healthy and saying no so that these jeans first can get on, then maybe I can zip them, then maybe I can button them, then maybe I can sit down in them, then I can wear them in public, which I'm wearing one of those pairs of jeans today. So I know a number doesn't work for everybody, but putting on clothes works for everybody. So if you're trying to rebuild that relationship with your wardrobe, it's a great place to start and really think about, how badly do I want to wear these clothes again and never see these clothes again.
Very good. So we talked about a few things, tools that has helped you. You've kind of said about the 2 pounds. And so what are, just as a general, if someone were to say your 4 or 5 things that for you that has helped you, you mentioned being consistent, but was it the accountability? Was it, what was there one thing that, or was it a number of things that you did consistently over time? So a few things just for someone that's watching. What do you think are the keys that helped you lose 40 pounds after our 5th baby?
Food is number one. You have to eat. You have to eat enough, but not too much. It's always this fine line. In the past, I've used my Fitness Pal religiously, and that has helped me with losing weight with other kids. At this time, things were just a little busier at home, and I just wasn't consistent with that. So for me, it was just smaller portions, smaller plates. I don't make a separate meal from what I'm making my family, and then I have chicken and vegetables. I'm not going to do that. So I'll just have what they're having, even if it's lasagna, and I'll just have a smaller amount. I mean, it should be pretty filling. The other tool was being consistent with my AppleCare products, mainly because they help me feel good. I feel better when I'm on them, so I'm going to make better decisions about my food. And then just feeling stronger. When you exercise regularly, you can tell such a difference in a week, in 2 weeks, and in a month. Just getting up and down off of the ground is easier. So by by remaining consistent with my exercise and seeing that progress of, oh, this isn't so heavy anymore, or I'm much quicker getting up off the ground, or I can do this many more reps than I used to be able to do. That's very motivating to continue on. So being consistent enough that you can see progress short term is a good tool for me also. So your nutrition, being consistent with my supplements that just helped me feel better, gave me energy to make good decisions, and the consistency of exercise.
Great. Now, were you exercising on your own?
I was exercising in a positive group environment. I do not exercise on my own. If we are out and about, it's rare that I go out and do something. But by having a community of people that were excited to see me, knew my name, knew who I was, not just as the owner, some people don't even know that, but just as somebody they would put their mat next to and we would just sweat it out together. That's what's motivating to get up and go, is because you have people waiting for you, helping you, and you're just one of the gang. It's really awesome.
Good. So we talk about our main 4 things that we help people with. We help people with accountability, because that's what most folks need when starting or staying and sticking on a program. They need support. 2 is nutrition, which you said, and nutrition also includes filling in nutritional gaps, because for you talked about the supplements, which I certainly take the exact same thing. So, and then the 3rd is the fitness portion. So if you're not doing any of those 4, you have to combine them, because what we focus on and what Cynthia is a living proof on is consistency over time will win. I love the Darren Hardy quote. It says smart choices over time equals radical change. And Cynthia is a living proof of that. So that being said, that is Cynthia's story. It's nothing crazy about it except hard work. She said, I live with her, with our 5 kids, and so I know how hard it is. So number 1, that's why the accountability and support plays such a huge role. So if you don't have that, we'd love to help you. We have a number of different options. We have our Coppell Fitness program, which is an all-inclusive program here in Coppell, includes a fitness, but we also have a virtual program. So one of the things that Cynthia, now that she has lost 40 pounds, now that she is a walking billboard on how to actually do it, being a mother of 5, she is going to be part of her, what she wants to do now is help others. And so just kind of explain your, now that you have a little bit more passion, because you've certainly done it to help others, maybe because of all the folks that have been asking how you've done it and are seeking help.
Right, so that, and also the fact that the baby's over a year now, so you kind of get your heads a little bit out of the fog. But I know there's people like me that maybe don't know what I know about how to eat and when to eat. Sometimes you think because you know it, other people know it. And it's surprising to think, for me, that people don't know. You know, a banana is not a good breakfast. A donut is not a good breakfast, you know, and it sounds silly, but some people don't know that. So being able to, number 1, help people personally with, this is a plan for you, but also create a community and then accountability, so they're not just talking to me about their struggles, but this little small group that we've developed, but then also providing that one-on-one coaching and being able to answer questions. They text me their wins of a 2-pound weight loss, or the struggle of its Girl Scout cookie season. So just being able to have someone that's cheering you on, answering your questions. I know how important that was for me, just to have somebody on my side being excited for me for those few pounds weight loss, you know, every month.
All right. So for you, if you have watched this video up until now, we ask that, number 1, that you like and comment on whatever struck a chord with you. And then the other thing is, I want you to share this with someone that you feel like may help. I mean, Cynthia she went from a 14. She was at almost a 14 at one point in her life. And after 5 kids, yes, she went to a 2-4, but then after 5 kids now, she has done that whole process over. So she is something that hopefully is motivating to anyone, because if she can do it, you can do it. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed this. You can find more information on us. We'll put a few links about as far as if we have any services that we can help you with. But if not, hopefully it was motivating and encouraging you to move forward in your health and fitness goals. Thanks for sharing, Cynthia.
You're welcome.
That's a wrap.
Bye.